Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we are actually back here with a winter patch update for 7 Days to Die. The patch update will include 1.2, which does have crossplay, 1.3, as well as 2.0, and when they expect that to come out. Alright, so as we go ahead and get into it, we'll look at version 1.2 first. They have passed the certificate for the version 1.2 for consoles, and it's just released on PC for experimental so players can test it. Now, my series has been with Afterlife, so I haven't actually played the vanilla version in a while, so I have no idea what 1.2 is, what it's like, but I did go ahead and download that, so that way I can show you some things later. Now, they said the patch will go stable on PC before holiday break, and then it'll be pushed out to PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X and S as soon as possible, assuming that no critical bugs arise from the PC testing. And they said they have more in the notes below, which we will cover that. Version 1.3 update, they have made significant progress on the Japanese PlayStation 5 version, but expect it to go into certification after the holiday break and are targeting a release date in January 2025, barring any critical bugs and CERO approval. Now, the one I think we are most excited for is version 2.0 and Storms Brewing update. This is the big one. Now, their earliest estimates for the timing of this update, they were optimistic. So, which means it's probably gonna be a little bit later than what they originally wanted, which I think it was towards the end of this year, but that's not going to happen. The update is going great, but they expect it to land late Q1 of 2025. Now, Q1 is from January to March. Again, I'm going to be optimistic, late February, but honestly, it's probably going to be somewhere in March, possibly mid-March, because they say it's going to be late. So March, hopefully we'll have it by then and it doesn't get pushed back any further. Although it is later than they anticipated, the 1.2 features from it will come sooner. Now we will go over some things that the Storms Brewing update will include. First one is a full new weather survival system that has unique environmental damage types, remedies, and challenges per biome. So for that, you could expect that the desert biome, you need to be ready to wear something to where you're not going to be overheating or you're going to lose thirst quickly and probably hunger, or they might save the hunger for the snow biome. Obviously, wasteland's going to be radiation, and winter you're going to be freezing if you're not properly covered. My last playthrough, I mainly stayed in the snow biome, and I was not actually equipped to be there with my equipment, but as of right now in the game, there's no penalty for that. This will change that though. One of the big things people's been waiting for is crossplay on dedicated servers. That is expected to come with the 2.0 update. Now, there's also going to be advanced new radiated game stage zombie enemies. I thought every zombie in the game had a radiated version. I don't know if they're going to be adding specific zombies for the radiated zone, but that is very interesting to see, and I can't wait for them to show graphics for that. They've updated trees for performance and some new biome looks, which is awesome. One thing about Afterlife that I would like is, the biomes look, like they actually probably would be in a post-apocalyptic world, meaning the forest is overgrown. In the current game, you can go through the forest, not be hindered with your sight. And Afterlife, it's so overgrown, I can barely go through in a bite because I'm hitting a tree every other second. They've updated handheld drinks and food item meshes. Hopefully that means that we're not going to be eating paper bags anymore. Fingers crossed for that. They will have a new subtitle system. Now, when I see that, I'm thinking they're getting that ready for the storyline, so that way when they go through story, we'll have some text at the bottom. That's what I'm getting from it, or I could be completely off base. There's a new belt message priority system, new zombie spawning tool optimization for higher tier POIs. There are new player wardrobe systems that allow players to keep their outfit protection but change their outfit appearance. So does this mean I could be dressed up like a farmer but have all the perks and abilities of a fully suited assassin outfit? If so, I can get down with that. There's going to be new player DLC outfits. So there's been a lot of people wondering if they're going to go the DLC route. If so, how much? If they do that, what they're actually going to do. But if it's just new outfits, depending how they handle it, it could be good or bad. Because obviously we don't want game-breaking outfits that you have to pay for. But it could be handled in a good way, which I have to wait and see. There's going to be updated to Twitch drops, and there are a ton of bug fixes balances, optimization, and quality of life features. Too many to list now, so they say quality of life features is what I'm most interested in. So hopefully we'll get that list sooner or later. Now let's talk about more information on version 1.2 official release notes. There will be random world generation for consoles. They have enabled usage of random world generation for consoles, which will generate worlds with sizes up to 8,192. Now, that actually is the perfect size map as far as with when I play, even when I wasn't doing content for the game, because 10,000 is really big. Now, if you have a lot of people playing, that might be better for you, but I think that's a good place to start out with that 8,000 map. They also talk about crossplay for PC and console peer-to-peer because there are no dedicated servers yet. Now, PC being Windows, Mac, Linux, and PlayStation 5, as well as the Xbox Series consoles, can host and join peer-to-peer multiplayer sessions with the other platforms. Device restrictions on player counts for hosting multiplayer sessions still do apply. On the PC version, you will have to have the easy anti-cheat enabled so that way you can join crossplay. A lot of people who play on PC do not have that enabled just simply because we're running mods or an overhaul. They have added support for blocking players from other platforms, and then also console clients can join world sizes greater than 8K even though they cannot create or host them themselves. That's actually really good because if you wanted to do one higher than 8K, just have a buddy who has a game on PC, have them create a world, and then when y'all play together, hop over there, you have that bigger world. So that's really cool. They weren't limited to where they couldn't go over to a higher map if it was being hosted from a PC. They are currently not setting any hard player count limitations for crossplay. However, the player experience will vary depending on the client host hardware and situation. For example, if you have more than 6 players all in the same area on a blood moon, it can be challenging on some hardware. Now, when you do this, if you are spread out over the blood moon, it will spread out the zombies as well. So that also, depending how far away apart you are, that also could have an impact on the hardware. And I know they've done optimizations, they're continuing to do more, but until we see that, we don't know how that would also impact the game for anybody. Rendering performance optimizations. Overall, general rendering performance has been improved by reducing overhead due to rendering multiple cameras in the first-person view, which is a significant performance optimization on all platforms. Rendering quality enhancements. First-person player avatar is now influenced by environmental shadows and reflections for all platforms. Good. So if I'm standing somewhere dark, half of me could be dark, another half could be light if I'm in between. Graphics options for consoles. Added performance and quality graphic presets for each platform. Performance presets prioritize higher frame rates, and quality presets prioritize rendered resolution. And they also have AMD FSR upscaling can be enabled in performance or quality mode. Now the FSR improvements, they will reduce blurry artifacts when looking at trees. When that is enabled, it will improve overall clarity of FSR output, and they have upgraded the FSR version to 3.1. Bug fixes. The game will remain paused where possible when opening the bug report window, and then also they have improved recovery of cases where the players fall through the world due to missing world geometry. Now that has been a real pain for players who have ever experienced that on PC. You could be playing, driving somewhere and just fall straight through the world, you die, and you lose everything because you cannot get back to your backpack to pick stuff up. Now we go into the version 1.2 B24 changelog. These are the things they have added. Cross-platform block list. They have implemented console performance / quality graphics modes selectable through the video options UI. We also have new models for the vulture, rabbit, and chicken. I will show those 3 models in this video, but I'm gonna do it towards the end just in case we have some watchers who do not want to be spoiled. So I'll save that towards the end of the video. Biome spawner delays have a 10% random variation. The CRT TV emergency broadcast sound, it enables with light. Sleeper volumes reset the available spawn points when finding one if they have all been used. The Deco Manager tree grouping with async loading and work spread out more evenly. Additional flame prefabs to burning zombies. They've added a sound effect for nerd outfit extra crafting skill point perk, which is interesting. I wonder what that sounds like. That way you know, hey, I got an extra point, because before it just all sounded the same and you had to look at the bottom right of the screen, hope to catch it to see if you actually got the extra point. Missing spark textures for mines, Blood Moon Party maximum active enemy count with increased game stage scaling based on the full count. So those are the things that were added. Now we're going to go over the things that have been changed. So they've revised first-person rendering to use a single camera, disabled the old resolution scaling, and enabled FSR in performance mode on all console platforms, enabled random world generation menu items for console, allowing opening of chat window when communication blocked, implemented show user profile for PlayStation 5, optimized entity effect groups by removing duplicate setters from ancestors, improved biome entity spawning to run timers independently of counts and better track counts so they can't spawn over the limit. They've rebalanced biome entity spawner counts and delays. They've removed sleeper spawning at furthest position ground check if using min script. They've improved active spawner despawning rules to allow more distance and time. They've optimized material cleanup as well as object pooling in containers and chunk wall volume containers. Almost done here. The video brightness settings, darken interiors and night when set below 50%, decrease darkest range of moonlit slightly, helmet light mod to have less range, optimize find in children, which is for coding, optimize entity spawning model type lookup, updated screamer sounds. Oh, we need to check that one out, see how that sounds. Solar cells can no longer be scrapped. Grace is no longer zombie food. Optimize vehicles to not use a container object and increase Blood Moon Party distance to add players. Now, we have a couple things. We have a lot of fixes that they have here. We'll try to get through these quickly so I could show you the spoiler stuff. Iron Gut does not apply on login. Xbox and PlayStation 5 friends not working in server browser. Random world generation previewer not removing some of the button handlers on close. Server doesn't log chat sender names. NRE and loss of controls when sign or storage crates is destroyed while writing it in. Copy and paste kills tabs or line breaks. And then there's been errors loading prefabs, that's coding, there's effect groups do not extend from ancestor, more coding stuff, vehicle manager respawn vehicles repeatedly if a non-vehicle entity has the same ID. Biome zombie type spawner could have a permanently disabled timer if they aged out before a player even killed one. More coding stuff. Biome spawner could conflict and use the same status. An arrow LOD issue zooming in and out while bow is pulled back. No respawn on minute script sleeper volumes if entity despawned. Player drop time delayed was affected by frame rate. Simple prefabs like part underscore streetlight underscore single generated an empty imposter mesh. There's just a lot of coding stuff that they fixed here. Trying to see if there's anything worth actually reading. Primitive outfit has a read rate issue. Nope. Loot abundance setting below 100% would give less loot than it should have. Now, I'm not going to go stuff above it. Y'all could pause it and read it if you'd like. The tactical assault rifle was missing the reflex sight model. That's been fixed. The drone inventory can roll back as client while using drone healing mod. Drone can't heal players while on a vehicle. First time the drone heals the player after a debuff has been healed, it fails to heal the player. Invisible character when being transported out of the trader on a vehicle. The vehicle camera position glitches when origin shifts happen. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, you see here, it just got posted today on the 7th, probably about 45 minutes to an hour ago. But these are the updates. I will leave a link to this in the description below if you just want to go through and look at it yourself. But now I'm going to switch over to the game of the actual update that is unstable, it's experimental. So this will have spoilers. If you do not want to see that, I do recommend stop watching now because I'm about to switch over. And I do want to thank you for watching the video and I hope y'all have a great rest of your Saturday. But I'm going to go and switch over now. All right, so we are now in the game. And I need to make sure that I have animation turned off. Okay, the AI has been stopped. Now I'm going to spawn in the new models. So we'll start with Zombie Vulture. There we go. Now, let's slow it down. Yeah, now we can see it. Just completely pause you. How about that? Oh, that looks really nice. They did a good job with that. You see the bones sticking out from the actual wing, all the fur, oh, the chest cavity right there. Good job. Can I? Yeah, unfortunately it makes me go slow too. But here's your close-up of the new zombie vulture. Ooh, look at the back. Oh yeah, they did a great job with that. Kudos to whoever did that. Now, you are no longer needed. Can't believe I missed all the other shots. Let's go ahead and check out the chicken next. Alright, so here's the new chicken model. Yeah, we're gonna be seeing you a lot, I'm sure. Alright, so new chicken right there. And then there's also a new rabbit model. Oh, that looks really good. I like the new updates for the models. I can't wait to see what those other zombies are they were talking about. Alright, so that is the models. So sorry. Now what I want to see, because they said there was a new sound for screamers. Let's go ahead and try that. Oh my goodness, do y'all hear that? Alright, let's turn AI back on. Oh my goodness, that scream! Oh, 10 out of 10. Good job on that. I am a fan of that. That is horrifying. That is a horrifying scream. Imagine hearing that at night. Oh, 10 out of 10. I think there's someone who she summoned to come kill me. I get the last shot. Now, the final thing I want to check out is the nerd outfit. I know it said that they changed that. So let's see what it sounds like normally. That's the normal sound. We got 1 point out of it, we know that. Now, what does the new sound like? Oh! Yep, normal. New. Good. I can appreciate that change, because I've always wondered, how do I know when I'm actually getting the new books and stuff? There we go. So this is all I'm going to be showing here for today. I'm excited to get back into vanilla at some point, but that's still going to be a while. I do hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to leave a like as well as subscribe, because I will also be doing updates, but we also have the weekly, well, 3 days a week videos coming out for Lost in the Afterlife. I do want to thank y'all for checking out the video. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.